Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning into episode 32 of the Keep It Simple podcast, where my goal is to give you as much value as possible in 5 minutes or less every single day. I wanted to touch on continual learning today. I know a lot of people constantly tell you, oh, you need mentors and you need people that are where you want to be and you learn from them, etc. And while that's all good and well, I mean, coming from the sporting background, I realized quite early that you get to a point where someone can only take you so far before they actually stop adding any value to you, and then the time that you spend with them is wasted. So, yes, I believe in needing mentors, but at the same time, I think you can't think that getting 1 or 2 mentors or 10 mentors is going to solve everything. I think for me personally, I like to learn from every encounter. So we step into like a meeting, let's say, and there's a few people around the table talking about something, and you just try and you take away as much as you can from that experience. So I mean, I've walked out of a few meetings where I was like, what the fuck was the point in that? Like, literally, we just chatted a bunch of shit. Nothing's going to get done on this because there was no agenda, there was no actions taken, there was nothing. So we've literally just sat there for an hour and had someone talk at us, and nothing's going to change. And I mean, then, like, so from that, I then learned how not to run a meeting. The point I'm trying to get across to you is that you can learn something from every situation, and there's no age limit to what you can learn from someone. So I mean, like if you're chatting to a university student and they've got some key insights, I mean, just because now you're 40 and he's 18 or 20 doesn't mean that he's got nothing to add or nothing to teach you. The way technology is going these days, I mean, you can learn something from your 5-year-old. They'll get on an iPad and they will absolutely smash you to bits on how quick they can pick up using that iPad and the things that they can do after using that iPad for a few days that you didn't even know were possible. So the point is that, yes, you need mentors because they can give you that accountability that you need. So they will hold you to something. So let's say when I have my mentor meetings, I'll sit with the guy or the girl and I'll be like, okay, so this is where, well, actually, let's start again. I'll be like, where are you at right now? Cool. They tell you blah, blah, blah. Why do you think you're stuck there? These are the reasons. Cool. Okay, from there, what do you think you need from me to help you break through the barriers that you're currently facing? They'll tell me and I'll tell them whether I can then help them or not, basically. And a lot of the times, I mean, it's them just needing to voice something, and then you just like pointing them in the right direction, and they run away with it, and they get things done, and then they think you're great. But meanwhile, you've actually not really done anything. You've just kind of guided them a little bit. But that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point is that your mentor then keeps you accountable to certain things. So from that perspective, yeah, they're great. But you can fast outgrow your mentor, and when you start doing that, you need to then look for someone else to then help you level up, or, like I just said about a minute ago, is learn from every situation that you're in. So, I mean, you might think that someone that you work with is an idiot or is brilliant. Now, pick up on why you think they're an idiot or why you think they're brilliant, and do less of that or more of that, if that makes sense. So, oh, this guy's an idiot because he's never got any structure in what he does on a daily basis. He's frantic. Everything's going all over the place. Well, now you know not to do that to make yourself that much better. And just little things like that where you can constantly learn from situations and from people. I think that's the key because, I mean, like I said, I've had a lot of coaches, I've had a lot of mentors. Well, actually, I wouldn't say I've had a lot of mentors at all, actually. That's probably a lie. I've probably had a handful of mentors, and I fast outgrew them and found myself thinking, fuck, I'm going to see this person. It's costing me money to go there, and I'm not really taking anything away from it. So then you kind of go, it's been cool, keep in touch with them and stuff, because obviously you don't want to burn bridges, but at the same time they don't have that much to add, so you just dial back on the amount of times you go see them and stuff like that. But that's for another time. The point I'm trying to get across to you is that you need to just realize that there's only so much you can get from certain people, and then you need to level up and go beyond them, and you need to continually look at your circle of influence and keep trying to grow it and learn from everything that's happening around you. Anyway, thanks for tuning into episode 32. I'll catch you all again tomorrow. Just remember to keep it simple and that you could just be one day away. I'll chat to you tomorrow. Cheers.